Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Should we have a little fun? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening to the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. Promote it where you can. Do what you can. Get the word out there, because let me tell you something. We give you the best. We give you the good stuff. We don't hold back. We don't cut it. We don't cut the radio show and water it down with baby powder. So when you get your hit. No, you get the full thing. Conservatives out there, what's he talking about? Leftists are like, man, did he just talk about cocaine? This show is a drug. It's heroin. That's heroin for you white people. Oh my goodness, we're having too much fun. You want to know why? Because the left has a strategy that they want to trot out. It's an old strategy. It's already been done. It did not work before. And what's funny about it is, let me just set the scenario. And I've said it already, but the left want to paint Donald Trump as this sexual predator. Now, they're going to struggle with that because, I'm going to tell you how it is. Let me just talk black for a minute, okay? With black folks, we see Donald Trump as the apprentice, the dude who did The Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice, as a billionaire playboy who could have done a lot of bad things, and he didn't. Donald Trump could have lived the life of Hefner, except he was seriously rich. Hefner was just a fake rich. He had a little bit of money. Trump had serious money. Trump never had to marry. He could have baby mamas all over the world for all intents and purposes, but he did it by the book. He's been married 3 times, but he married his chicks, right? Donald Trump has been around the most beautiful women in the world, and they want to paint this guy as some sort of a lecherous dude. And I've jokingly said, look, Weinstein, yes. Ugly kid growing up, the big fat Jewish boy, and I'm sure his parents did well and all that, but he was not the guy that the girls were like, ooh, do you think Harvey's going to ask you out to the prom? No. You think Franken was that guy? I mean, look, I understand, they don't all grow up to be ugly, but many of these leftist men are pretty ugly guys. They don't have anything going for them. Why do you think Franken resorted to comedy? You think he was going to get chicks on his looks? Of course not. So they're ugly men and they're soulless. And so they get into power and they do these crazy things. And look, I don't care. Franken's a whole nother story, but Weinstein and some of these other guys, they're horrible people, and they had a reason to be. They were trying to get to the power. Donald Trump has had money and pretty much power his entire life, other than some battles here and there with money issues where he was trying to leverage stuff and had to sell some things. He had some dark periods. We all do. But other than that, dude, there's hardly a guy on the planet that wouldn't at some point say, I would have traded. You know what I'm saying? So this idea that they're going to sell this is crazy to me, but the left are crazy. Here's the second part of it. Gillibrand. They want her to be the next big thing. Elizabeth Warren's gone. Kamala Harris. By the way, I need to make a correction on Kamala Harris. I've said on this program, she's not black. She's not half black. I had read a story where I thought she was Indian and Greek or something. She is half black. Jamaican. Her father was Jamaican. So she's not technically black as in black American, but she's a Jamaican. And that's what I think I got mixed up. But anyway, Kamala Harris, dumber than Hank Johnson. You should see some of the tweets of this woman. So here's my point. The left are looking for a hero. So what they've done is they've said, we're going to make Donald Trump into a bad guy. After all, he supported Roy Moore. And we've got all these allegations against him. And oh, by the way, look at what we did. We got rid of our dead weight. We got rid of Al Franken and Conyers. Let me tell you something. They didn't get rid. The strategy for them was they went to Conyers and Franken and said, look, the only way we're going to get rid of Donald Trump, we can't impeach him. There's nothing he's doing wrong. We have to taint him. And by tainting Donald Trump, we will taint everything that he touches, everybody around him. Anybody that supports Trump supports being against women. And women are going to go, we don't like Donald Trump because he's a misogynist and he puts his hands on women's, naughty bits and all that. Let me tell you, huge backfire for multiple reasons. Number one, women are smarter than people think, including leftist women. And they're going to go, come on. Y'all are, and when I'm finished with this today, you'll understand that this is a huge backfire. You guys know me. Y'all know. Look, I'm not trying to blow a little sunshine up your Komodo. I'm not. I'm not trying to make you feel good for the sake of feeling good. I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen. This is a huge backfire. And the first thing is because of women. Women get it. Leftist women get it more than anybody. They're like, are you kidding me? A billionaire, if he had interest in me? Are you kidding? I would have gladly gone out on a date. I would have, no offense, but I would have put out. I would have done whatever. Don't try to play games with women's sensibilities. They're actually endearing Donald Trump to leftist women. Y'all can stew on that a little bit, and enjoy the morsel. Now, here's number 2. Gillibrand is dumb. She's she's not a bad looking woman. It's not like she's certainly, Donald Trump wouldn't grab her by the blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But she's not ugly. And what they're saying in this statement is, we don't really believe Kamala Harris has it. We don't believe we have a candidate. So we're going to make Gillibrand the next Hillary Clinton. She's, an okay looking lady. She's from New York. White chick, blondie. Let's see what we can do with her. So it's Hillary version 2.0. Now, wait until Gillibrand gets into the fight and she starts talking about women's issues. And by the way, even though her voice isn't like Hillary Clinton's, it's almost very like a child, like a teenager. And anyway, so Donald Trump's like, and then blah, blah, and this, blah. So this is the biggest backfire in the history, not the biggest in the history, but it's a big one. Okay. I don't want to get too hyperbolic. So I'm loving that this is their strategy. And I'm going to walk you through it a little bit because you just gotta understand what's going on here. So here's Gillibrand talking about Donald Trump and the sex abuse. All right.
President Trump has been the Republican candidate, Roy Moore. Meanwhile, Democrats in Congress forced 2 of their own prominent members, Senator Al Franken and Congressman John Conyers, to resign their seats. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand led the movement, which was started by women in the Senate to compel Al Franken to step down. She's been wrestling with issues of abuse and accountability throughout her career, battling against sexual assault in the military and on college campus. And she joins me now for an exclusive interview from Washington. Senator Gillibrand, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Christiane. It's great to be on.
So, as I said, this is an extraordinary moment, an unprecedented time in American politics, and the world is gripped by this saga. I mean, here it now takes aim squarely at President Trump as this whole Me Too movement, gains momentum. Should the White House be worried?
I want to stop it there for just a second, and we'll pick this up if we go a little long. We'll pick it up in a bit. But here's what's funny. So she's Christiane Amanpour, who replaced one of the former anchors on MSNBC or whatever it was. She says Trump supports Moore. Now, the Dems have gotten rid of 2 of their people. And then now she introduces Gillibrand. She says Gillibrand is compelled. She's the one who compelled Franken to step down. So now she's presented Gillibrand to us as a hero. I want you to understand what's going on here. Was it CNN that she's with? I'm for? Doesn't matter. So she's presented Gillibrand as she's gone out against sexual assault in the military and on college campuses. And so she is truly a champion of women. You got to understand where we are here, folks. And then Amanpour says, we're at an extraordinary moment in political history. The world, these are her words, no exaggeration. The world is gripped on this subject. And then she says that it takes aim squarely at the president. Does it? So let me see. I thought it took aim at Al Franken and Weinstein and Kevin Spacey and a host of other Holly weirdos and more DC freaks that we are yet to discover. But no, she says it takes aim squarely at Donald Trump, the president. And then she goes on to say the Me Too movement is now moving forward. Look at the Me Too movement. It's gaining momentum, as she said. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I've said it before. The Me Too movement is gaining momentum because the media is going to say every time a man, even looks at a woman, oh, he looked at me, sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual assault. So you're going to watch this thing happen until some woman, some high-level executive, you're going to find out Hillary Clinton was freaking, Uma, and Uma's going to claim sexual assault against her, or you're going to find some high-level executive getting sexual assault claims, and then suddenly things are going to die out. That's how it's going to happen. But understand this, because we got a break. Gillibrand's a hero, and she's a hero of a movement, and CNN wants to recognize it.
Kevin Jackson on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.